Hey everybody, it's Kelly with Inky Hands Warm Hearts. How are you guys today? Happy Sunday. I am bringing you another video for Project Treat Week for Valentine's Day. This is day 8, and this is the 8th project if you're a member of my Inky Hands Crew membership. They get 2 videos that are private every single week, and if you join, you'll get those too. Today we're going to make our Share a Milkshake stamp set and scallop contour die box. Super cute. It's called my You're the Cherry on Top treat box. And what do you think is inside? I'm not going to open this one because look at how beautiful I tied that bow. And I may never be able to tie it that cute again. So I'm just going to leave it alone, but I'm going to show you what we're putting inside. And it's these Sella's chocolate covered cherries. So I got these at my local Dollar Tree, and they're pretty easy to find. They have them all year round, not just at Valentine's Day. So most of you should be able to find these at your Dollar Trees. So this is a really great, cute little easy treat. And I'm going to show you how to make that today. Again, scallop contour dies, and then the Share a Milkshake stamp set and Share a Milkshake dies. And look how cute that little cherry milkshake is. All right, let's get this going. So we are going to start with a piece of real red cardstock, and that is the base of our box. It's 7 inches by 8.5, and we're going to get our Simply scoreboard out. Of course, that's always the first thing. I know you're not surprised, right? So down the long side, we're going to do our scoring first. We're going to score at 1/2 inch, which is always the hardest one because you have the least amount of paper to hold on to, right? So 1/2 inch, then 3 inches, 4.5 inches, and 7 inches. Then we're going to rotate the paper clockwise 1 turn. And then this is the short side, which is the 7-inch side. And on this side, we're going to score at 1.5 inches and 5.5 inches, just 2 score lines there. All right, let's get our board down. We're going to do a little burnishing. So we're going to take the part that has the raised bumpy side, and that's the side that you want up, and you're going to turn all your score lines onto. That's the side that's meant to bend when you do the scoring. Just if you never knew, now you know. All right, let's do this side. All right, so now we have all of our pieces burnished. You want the wide part on the top with the skinny part on the right hand side, and you're going to angle this. These 2 short skinny pieces, we're going to get rid of those, and I like to use a thick bladed scissor for this, not my paper snips. I think it gets into the score line pieces better. So see, I angle cut that piece, and then I'm going to cut down this side to the right of the score line, which will cut that thick score line off. See how it's attached right there onto my paper? We're going to do the same thing on the other side. So we're going to angle cut here, and then we're going to cut on the other side of the score line so that we cut that off. And I should have come down a little farther. So this gives us a little angled piece. This is what we're going to use to glue this box together. These 2 pieces you can discard. Now we're just going to come up these score lines, and we're going to cut the score line away. We don't want that thick piece so that our box will fold nice. I go on both sides of the score line up to the first score line, and then I just pull that piece out. So we're going to do that again. And then we're going to do the same thing at the top. Okay, so we're going to just cut on both sides of that score line and pull that piece out. We're going to flip and do it to these 3 score lines. Also, that'll get us our flaps for the top and the bottom of our box. And then we're going to start gluing our box together. So grab your silicone mat if you're following along with me so that you're ready to do a little gluing. I hope you guys have been enjoying all my Valentine's Day projects, and if this is the first project that you have found, I have a playlist for Valentine's Day that has stamp sets from the past. So if you have older Valentine stamp sets, you can grab those, and you have lots of ideas for them. I have almost 600 videos on my channel, So there's lots for you to find. All right, we're gonna do a little gluing. So time for silicone mat to pop out. And remember that tab I told you, that is our glue tab? We're gonna turn those thick lines to the inside and we're gonna bring this forward. And we're just gonna put a little bit of glue. Well, once I get my glue started, we're gonna put that right on that piece. And then we're gonna bring this side to meet it, okay? So this is gonna join right there. And I'm just gonna press with my finger. You can pull out your little roller if you have yours and roll right along that piece. Now, this is going to be the back with this seam on it right here. So that's the back of my box. This is the front, which means I always pull these flap forward so I know that those are the front, which means that's the last flap to get glued down. So we're gonna glue our side flaps first, okay? So let's go ahead and put just a line of glue right here, and we're gonna attach those two flaps together. Then we're gonna put glue on our back, and then that's gonna help seal that. We're gonna then turn our box this way. We're gonna open it up and we're gonna grab our bone folder. Holding our box square, we're gonna press down in the inside just to get that glue to adhere and press up against our desk or our table surface. All right, then the last piece is to glue the back on, or the front flap, right? I told you that was the last one. All right, so that gets glued, and we're gonna do the same thing again. We're gonna use our bone folder and really give that a good press. All right, so this is the front of our box, and these are the back panels that are going to go in. We're not going to put glue on this because we're going to close our box with ribbon. People will pull on the ribbon and open to get their cherries out, but we can go ahead and put our cherries inside and just go ahead and close this temporarily, okay? Now we're going to glue our DSP down. Let me give you the dimensions for all the designer series paper that we're going to be using. Okay, so we're going to use 3 different dimensions, okay? We're gonna use a 3 3/4 by 2.5 inch piece, and you need 2 of those. And that's gonna be for the front and the back. See, there's the front and the back of your box. So let's go ahead and glue those first. So 3 3/4 by 2 1/4. Let's go ahead and glue that while we're talking about it. And you need 2 so that you can have a really pretty front and a really pretty back of your box, okay? So there's that piece. Let's flip our box over and we'll glue the back. Then we're going to do the dimensions for the side, and you're going to need 2 of those because your box has 2 sides as well. So there's the front and the back. Now let's turn it to the side. Get ready for that. So the sides are 1 1/4 by 3 3/4. So you need these 2 long pieces for your sides. Again, that is 1 1/4 by 3 3/4. So let's attach our first side on. Look how cute that is. And our box is just coming right together, isn't it? All right. Here's our second side. Just like that. Now, we need something for our lid. We don't want that to be plain, so we have to cut 1 more piece. And this one, you're only going to cut 1. The bottom of the box doesn't matter. If the box is going to sit like that, no one's going to see it, so don't waste your DSP. So this is 1 1/4 by 2 1/4, and this is the top flap, the flap for the top of your box. So this is the front that goes like this, so we're going to go ahead and put that piece on. Now all of our DSP is on. Now, which DSP am I using? I am using this cute pack of designer series paper, which, by the way, is free. It's called Sunny Days, and it's a 12 by 12 pack of designer series paper that you can get free with a $50 purchase in my online store. So if you spend $50 with me in January or February, you can pick this pack for free. There's cherries. This side has this really cool, like, diagonal, like, not really a stripe, but like slashes. Then you have suns, like rising suns. And look at this gorgeous flower. I'm obsessed with this paper. There's butterflies on this one and strawberries on the other side. This one has rainbows on one side and floral print, which this would be fantastic for St. Patrick's Day. So save this paper and use it for your St. Patrick's Day stuff. All right, this one is a really pretty pale peach plaid and a gorgeous red flower on the front. And then this piece here has small clouds and then larger and different size clouds here. Now this goes with a bundle that we have in the new mini catalog that has clouds in it, so do check that out. All right, back to decorating our box. So we're using the Milkshake stamp set and dies and the scallop contour. So I cut this out of basic white cardstock, and it's this second from the inside, second smallest scallop contour die. Okay, so that's the one that you want, and I think it's really pretty. I love that it has those lines and these pieces are kind of loose. That is our back for our milkshake. Okay, so now for our milkshake, I've already done a little cutting for us. We're going to get all our parts and pieces out, but maybe we should tie our box closed so this flap is not, you know, flapping in the wind. Let me move this stuff to the side. I have 24 inches of garden green ribbon, and it comes from this pack, which is the Real Red and Garden Green 3/8 ribbon combo pack. So you get those two colors. I decided not to go with any more red, and I went with green. But if you guys want to go with pool party for your ribbon, or if you want to use the bubble bath from the combo pack that has the lemon lolly, the azure afternoon, and the bubble bath ribbon, you can use that one. This is what I chose today, but pick the ribbon that you think will be the best for you. And we're going to go ahead and basically just tie a bow at the top of our box, which is what's going to keep our box closed. And I just think that the bow is so pretty when you use a long length of ribbon like this. You can leave the tails longer, and I think it's just a pretty presentation for the effort that you're putting into this box. All right, so there's my ribbon, and I'm going to go ahead and trim the ends with my ribbon scissors. And this ribbon doesn't fray when you trim it, so you don't have to worry about that. All right, let's assemble our milkshake now that we have our box closed with the ribbon. Okay, I'm gonna move our box out of the way. We're gonna leave this one here so you can see what I've done. All right, so I've already done all the stamping because I had to die cut these pieces, and that way you didn't have to watch me die cut. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna assemble our milkshake. So we're gonna take our wet adhesive, and on the corner, I'm going to put a little dot of glue, and then I'm also going to drag a line of glue along the top part there. And we're going to attach our ice cream to our milkshake, okay? So I did pink because cherry ice cream is never red, right? It's always pink colored. So I used Bubble Bath, and my glass I used Pool Party. Then I stamped a straw, and when you stamp your straw, it comes in two parts. Let me show you the stamp set. You have a solid and a stripe. You want to stamp your stripe first. I know that sounds weird, but it's true because that's going to be your darker color. On this one, it's red, and the solid is Bubble Bath. Once you've stamped your stripe, you can follow that stripe and see it really well when you're stamping down. So it's easier to line it up if you stamp the stripe first. So remember that when you're doing yours. And what we're going to do is we're going to tuck this little straw into this little hole right here. The die makes a little slit for you to put a spoon if you want, for you to put a straw, lots of stuff. So I'm going to put a little dot of glue in the back so that I can adhere that straw when it goes through that little slot. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and push the straw through like this and have it sticking out. Isn't that so cute? And the glue in the back grabbed the straw. Okay, now to cover that little line, I like to put a heart there, and these heart dies are part of the Share a Milkshake dies. Let me show you that die set because it's so cute. You can even make a waffle cone with it, and you can use a dish and have a little dish of ice cream with a spoon. It doesn't have to be a milkshake. And I'm obsessed with this little hash shape. This is really cute, but if you do use that, make sure you use our adhesive sheets. Okay, so let's go ahead and add our little heart to cover up that piece. And then, of course, we're going to put a cherry on top, right? So I did stamp a cherry in real red, and we're going to use a mini dimensional to attach that on top of our milkshake. So I'm going to put that, you know how cherries always slide off of the whipped cream, so I want that a little to the side. All right. We have it mostly assembled now. So let's go ahead and attach our milkshake to our box. So I'm going to grab my dimensionals, and we are going to add a few here to assemble, and I'm going to need a mini for the bottom. All right, so let's go ahead and pull the backs off of these, and we're going to attach it onto that scallop contour die. We're in the home stretch, guys. We're almost done. This is such a cute stamp set and dies. I love this little milkshake, and it's very nostalgic. All right, so there is our milkshake on top, okay? We're also going to add some dimensionals to the back because this is a box, not a card. We're not going to mail it, and if we do, we're going to put it in another box so we have plenty of room to go overboard with dimension, and this is the place to do it. So I'm going to go ahead and add some pieces of dimensionals in each of these corners and one in the middle, and then I kind of over dimensionalize. You guys are, I'm sure you're used to me, so I'm going to put 2 in the middle. And I'm just trimming from these edges. All right, so I'm not going to pull the backs off yet, but we'll have them ready. So now the last bit of stamping we need to do is the sentiment, and we're going to use real red. So I'm going to go ahead and stamp "You're the cherry" on top. Let me clean my stamp before I get red on me. I already re-inked my stamp today and got red on my fingernail. So my name, Inky Hands, is appropriate. All right. Let me clear some of this mess I have made out of my way temporarily. Okay. So now we're going to fussy cut our sentiment. I wanted to separate "You're the" from "Cherry on Top." I wanted "Cherry on Top" to really stand out. So I'm going to fussy cut that first. And we're just working our way around our word here, making it super cute, and just little by little dipping in wherever the letters dip. Most of this will be straight, and then we're going to curve around the word cherry. There we go. All right, so that's done. And let's do "You're the," and then we'll be done here. We'll just attach and be ready with our cute little treat. I hope you guys have this stamp set from last year and that you feel like, oh, yay, I can use it again because it is so cute. Of course, use it again. Just because you bought a new set doesn't mean you can't use your old ones. So pull those old ones out and show them a little love, dust them off because they're awesome. That's why we bought them. All right. Now we have the word "your," and we're done there. Let's attach that onto our milkshake. So "You're the" is going to get full wet glue behind it. Let's add that. I'm going to grab my tweezers because if not, I'll have glue everywhere. So I'm going to add that to the top part here of my milkshake. Isn't that cute? All right, now "Cherry on Top" is going to dangle out, and so it needs some support. So I'm going to put 2 mini dimensionals right underneath where it's going to be hanging out, and I'm going to pull the backs off of those right away. Now when I add our wet adhesive to this side where it's going to attach to our glass of the milkshake, it'll have support for the side that dangles off. So there's the side that dangles off, and it has those nice dimensionals holding it in place. And there's "You're the cherry" on top. We're going to finish up these hearts. When you cut them out, you get 3. So we're going to use them all. Let's not waste them. We die cut all 3 of them. Let's just put them on our milkshake, and they are going to be our embellishment. So they're going to form our embellishments. So we don't need embellishments for this Same here. I'm going to attach this on, so I'm going to wait and do that one last because we're going to have to put some dimensionals on the back. Let's flip this over, and it's time to pull the backs off of these dimensionals. Although, if you had pulled them off already and you have a silicone mat, I'm going to show you how awesome these silicone mats are. So let's say you had pulled them off and then you realized, oh, I want to decorate some more. If you put it on your silicone mat, you can pull it right off. It doesn't stick to it, so it works out fantastic. All right, so let's go ahead and attach. Let me hold it up so that I get it straight, and then I'll show you guys. I'm trying to center it in the middle of the front of the box here. All right, and there it is. Super cute that it is. Now we're going to go ahead and add this heart over here. And so I'm going to go ahead and put a mini dimensional on this little part of that heart, because that's the part that's going to overhang, and the rest is going to get wet glue. So let's put that on the mat before I make a mess. All right, tweezers. And let's add this one over here in the corner somewhere, right about there. Tuck it under that. So there's your 3 embellishments that you die cut out. See, they don't always have to be ones that you buy. All right, and there's our cute box. What do you guys think? I think it turned out super cute. I love the bow on the top. I think it just accents completely this box, and it looks super adorable. Again, if you wanted to use the pink ribbon, let me pull my ribbon out so you can see which one I'm talking about. It's this ribbon pack here that has the light pink, and this is called the sheer ribbon combo pack. And then if you wanted to get a free ribbon, but we also have Pool Party that you can purchase. It's a regular Pool Party ribbon called Grow Grain, and it's this one. But we have a crinkled Pool Party ribbon that is a celebration item. You could always tie a bow with that. And this is what it looks like. And you can get that for free. All right, let's pull in our products again so that you can remember what we used. We used scallop contour dies, the Share a Milkshake dies, and the Share a Milkshake stamp set. And we made this adorable box. All right, guys, thanks for hanging out with me for the last 20 minutes. I appreciate having you with me, and I hope that you will tune in live. I'm live every Tuesday at 8 p.m. and every Thursday afternoon at 1, and we have the best time. Try it out 1 week and see what you think. Share my video, subscribe, and thanks for being here. This is Kelly with Inky Hands Warm Hearts. Happy stamping!